Hi, my name is Deanna Southard, and this is my presentation for my final project. So my final project, you can see here, and I'm going to apologize, my laptop does not have as powerful a graphics card as some other people, so everything's going to be kind of slow and laggy, but so there are two shaders at work here. There's a background shader, which is applied to a big old cube that surpasses the screen size, and that's where I came up with the water texture and the floating jellyfishes. And then I have some fish objects, and they have their separate sort of scale shader. With my program, I can increase the number of fish that are floating around the screen. It does make it a little bit slower. If I could demonstrate this on a more powerful card, a more powerful computer, I would, and it would look smoother and faster, but for my purposes, this is what I have. So for the background, the water, and the jellyfish, the shaders kind of hobnobbed between a couple of examples I found online, and then making it fit my program. So I have a function to figure out where I want those bubbles to be, and then one to create the wavy texture to simulate the bottom of the sea. And I took two textures that have noise to them to come up with my random noise sort of thing, and then I applied the fractional Brownian motion to my colors to figure out, the motion of the water and the random sort of sunlight rays that are coming in from above, and then some random bubbles that appear in the water. And then adding some fog so that the further into the distance, per se, you go, the harder it is to see into the water. And then for my jellyfish, I didn't want the jellyfish just swimming straight up, so I rotated the screen a little so that they were swimming up at an angle. And then for their bodies, I would create a big sphere and add some tentacles to them, and for the whole scene, I first set up the background and then added in the jellyfish, and you can take a look at that again because it was pretty cool. It's just, if this were a faster machine, it would be faster. So I have, if you can see, there's a couple of random bubbles here and there, and then the jellyfish, as you get further into the distance, you can see them fading off into the fog and getting harder to see. And then the random bumpiness on the bottom of the sea. Now for the fish, just real quick. Oh, there we go. For the fish texture, it's much easier. I just used a whirly function to come up with the random patterns, the random gold patterns to simulate the scale on the fish. And I have a simple fish object that I applied that to. a really simple one, and it comes from, it extends our, the class's object class. And it's just, like the cube, it's just a bunch of the defined vertices. It's not like an actual wavefront object that got loaded, but it's just a simple listing of the vertices. All of my project is available up if you go on to GitHub and you search for, CSCI5239, and it's called Fishbowl. It's all available on GitHub if anybody's interested in maybe running the project on a more powerful computer.